Now I go to the services.js, and here inside the body of this function I say if response.data.id is not empty, then here I copy this user service and paste it here and set its is logged in property or key to true, set its user ID to the ID which comes from the server, I mean response.data.id, and set its username to the username of the response.data. Here I say else. If the response.data.id is empty, then set the is logged in property of the user service to false and set its user ID to empty and set its username to empty as well. Now I call the callback function here and pass the is logged in property of the user service as a parameter to this function. Now inside the config.js, here I write the run function of the application. Here I write an anonymous function which takes some parameters. The first parameter is the root scoop. The second parameter is the location. The third parameter is the check login service. And the fourth parameter is the user service. I should tell you that this check login service is this service that I have created. And this user service is this service that I have created here. Inside the body of this anonymous function, I say $root scoop dot $on route change start. Here I create an anonymous function and give it 3 parameters, which are the event, the next, and the current. Here I should tell you something, that whenever you click a link to go to another partial view inside the application, this run function will be called to check whether you're still logged in or not. If you're logged in, you will be redirected to the page that you wanted to go to. Else, you will be redirected back to the login page of the application. And inside the body of this function, I call the check function of the check login service. Okay. I pass an anonymous function as the parameter to this check function. And here I write the response which comes from that service. Inside the body of this function, I say if the response is true, I receive the next URL using this statement, next.$, route.originalPath. Here I check if next URL equals /login, or if it equals only /, then redirect it to the dashboard of the application. So here I have called the path function of the $location service, and I have passed the /dashboard as a parameter to this function. Here I say else. If the response is not true, I say redirect to the login page of the application. Now I go to the app.js. Here I use the user service. I say if response.data.id is not empty, I come here, I copy this piece of code and paste it here. Shift tab, and I remove this line of code. I save the changes, and here I say redirect the user to the dashboard of the application. So here I have said that if the response.data.id is not empty, then set the user.isLoggedIn to true, set the user ID of the user service to the response.data.id, and set the username of the user service to the response.data.username. I mean the username which comes from the server, and redirect to the dashboard. Else, if the response.data.id is empty, then set the user.isLoggedIn to false, the user.userid to empty, and the user.username to empty as well. Here I call the showAlert function that I have created. I have forgotten to write the scoop here, and also I think I have made a mistake inside the services.js. Yeah, I should remove this semicolon, and then instead I should use a comma. Also inside the database here, I should remove this email since there is no session for email, and instead I should write either ID or username. Also here I should remove this underscore, and now I go to the browser and open the project. I see that I'm redirected to the login page of the application. Now I enter my login credentials, my email, and the wrong password. I hit the login. I see there is an alert here for me which tells me that either your email or password is invalid. Now here I write my correct password and hit the login. I see that I have been redirected to the dashboard of the application. Now if I click the reports, I am redirected to the reports page. If I click the home link, I am redirected to the dashboard. Likewise, the reports and the home. Now I close the browser, reopen it, and open the project again. I see that I am redirected to the login of the application since the session has been destroyed. If I click either of these links, I see that I am still on the login page.